We're about to blow the lid off a brand new adventure this week on the Hapless Heroes. It's okay. We're content creators.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Hapless Heroes Podcast. I'm Francesco, and tonight I will be your host and DM as we continue our adventure on the forested moon of Elmer's Rest. Speaking of people who are resting, it's the cast. Until I introduce them, on my left, we have Dave playing March.
Good evening, everybody.
Mike as Brunner Brew Blitzboar.
I'm ready for an adventure.
Nicole as Glorp Glup Glup.
Well, this isn't quite as comfortable as my cooler.
Sebastian is Chumdaloom.
It's time for bed.
And Lewis as Lev Zangief.
Slavic.
When we last left off, y'all had started to get a lay of the land here of this settlement of Timberfall here in Elmer's Rest. You were hanging out at the inn that has been built here, Elmer's Rest's Rest, as well as the attached saloon, which is just known as the Watering Hole, as this settlement itself is actually built along, kind of split with, built on the north and south side of this river that is running east to west, and a gigantic waterfall to the west as well. That sort of like makes up the big feature. You guys are just in this big clearing where it's otherwise forest. Your ship had landed here, and you guys had bought some supplies during the day. Met some of the locals, including a man named Cleveburn, a human who was giving you guys a ride around. He helped you find some medical attention, and then you spent the evening hanging out in the watering hole and, just sharing stories with the locals. I did mention that Rue had a bit of a dream, we'll say. He dreamt that the jar that you had essentially offloaded onto the pirates before was aboard the ship, sitting atop the table, free from its containment, beckoning to him to open it. Before we wake up onto a new day, Lou did mention something to me before this episode. We're just going to cut the camera in as the sun has gone down, and there's
the moon has gone up, and long ago I left with the cup.
There's a small gathering of locals who are sitting around a campfire, like a fire pit that's not far off of this main road here in the settlement. Sitting on benches, people have different instruments out. Again, stories kind of continuing into the night, even after the watering hole itself has, slowed down or closed its bar. And Lev sits there, telling a story to the men, women, and children of this settlement. Lev, we open on you, sharing a story.
And there they are, middle of a labyrinth system of tunnels. You don't know what is happening. He is coming out of the walls. He is coming up from the ground. He is taking out everyone. Just pow, 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 pow. Boom, boom, boom. It is honestly crazy. And if you haven't seen any other movies of... Sylvester Stallone, I would definitely suggest it. Wormbow First Mud is classic, instant classic, instant.
Don't forget about Stoney, 1, 2, and 3.
One
That's
of the
right.
one of the people that have gathered here to hear your stories, as you kind of have regaled them the plot of what's the name of the Concordian movie that you were describing to them the plot of?
It's called Wormbow First Mud.
Okay. One of the individuals who was here listening to your story does chime in and just say, "Now, where did you say your planet was again? What was the name? Where do you come from?" You said, "Sorry, with a C. I'm sorry. I just never heard of it before."
Concordia.
Yes, the little one speaks the truth. The little one speaks the truth. It is.
What did you call me?
It is quite a unknown planet, Concordia. I think I have not found it on any charts after many months of consulting them. And
you said,
asking
I remember
through.
you guys had said you shared all the details with them about like how y'all got
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So you would have told them that like you were essentially blasted off and found yourselves aboard the raft, all those things, right?
that is true.
Yeah. So one of the that the guy is going to come in and he's like, well, we got some sensor equipment and some other different general exploratory technology that we brought with us when we came down to settle here. We could try to help you locate this system that you came from. It's got to be out there somewhere. You came from it.
Really? Are you sure? That is
For
thing
free.
that you can do?
Yeah.
I mean, money is no object right now.
You see him point up towards like the top of the cliff, like which is like hundreds and hundreds of feet up in above you, where the waterfall is. Just up there tomorrow. We got an observatory and research center up there. Why don't y'all come on up? You can give us some information. Generally, maybe if you had any idea of a rough heading, or at least maybe where the flotilla was when you crashed into them, we might be able to, I don't know, just kind of poke around and see what's out there.
This food is
possible.
this place is immediately more helpful than the first place we were at. This is crazy.
Yes. Do you guys tell me, strange one? Do you sell milk here?
I mean,
Jar milk or
we have some livestock that does produce a type of milk.
I will need that from your store soon. But thank you. That is good to know.
Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Great start. I hope we get a chance to explore all the different kinds of media that we've been missing out on coming from this Concordia.
Nailed it.
So much. I mean, what I could tell you all day how much there is from there. I'm sure Chum has favorite movie from Concordia that
Oh yeah.
you could regale
Yeah.
them with.
Oh, you okay, hold on. First, you have to understand something, okay? There's this guy, Freddie Murphy, okay? He's like in all these movies, like ton of them, but the best one. Ooh, what's my plan name? Verdara? The Verdara Hills Cop. You have to watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the remake. All good. Perfect. Top notch. He sticks his full head into his beer mug.
I was just so excited. Well, how long y'all planning on staying?
Forever. Wait, what? I
This
look at the
isn't.
crew.
This. I mean, yeah. They say we know that Brew was sleeping, right? Because I'm not. Again, I'm trying to make this sort of a quick little vignette before we move on to the next day. But this isn't really a question that any of you had pondered necessarily. Y'all were just trying to go lay low for a bit. But as far as the how long, I don't know. I guess I'm me. The DM is asking through this character. How long y'all planning on staying?
As long as we are able to.
Is he crying?
Sorry, you just made me think of my existentialism. I think the real answer is we don't know, man.
We're just following the plot.
How long are any of us really here for? You know, we're trying to live every day like it's our.
That's a bit of a head scratcher. I ain't really thinking about it like that. I was just curious.
Now you've upset him.
I didn't mean to. I mean, no offense.
He's just full drunk crying.
That is okay. A round of beers for us, and we will be fine. Thank you.
Yeah, well, and we'll go get some rest. Maybe we can chat more tomorrow. Or again, we'll be all around town. You just say if you need anything, you just give us a holler. If you're looking for some work, you can always go down and ask the sheriff. I'm sure he's looking for some help. Sounded like y'all managed to fight off some pirates. He might be able to point you in the right direction. And if not, I'm sure we got some plenty of honest work, to go around. If y'all are planning to stay a little while longer, maybe we can, earn your keep and we get you a proper place to stay instead of just here at the old inn.
Wow.
It's up to you, though.
And what was your name again?
Oh,
sir?
Right. My name
Young or
is Glendale. Glendale Johnson.
I would like to see if is he doing that in the game as well? Does he look up into the sky and say...
Does he hesitate? No, he does not hesitate to say his name. I was just like, what is a wonderfully generic name that is just slightly obtuse?
Guys, I think I need
Is
to
there
go
a hyphen
pass out.
between Glenn and Dale?
No.
Important question.
What?
Chum passes out on the table, holding the pint.
Nice. I'm going to say, we're going to end the day here because I know we had already kind of technically ended the day at the end of the last episode, but I just wanted to kind of tune into this little vignette to kind of get a bit of the stories we were telling to the folks. March, sorry.
Yeah, March sets up at whatever area, a common area of the room we're in. Maybe there's a table.
You each have your
or a
own
desk.
individual rooms.
Yeah. Yeah, no, March even just stays out at even the kitchenette area on his computer all night.
Oh, okay, sure. Like almost using the empty bar as sort of like a quiet cafe to do your work, so to speak.
Yes, and also as I have taken aspect of the moon as one of my invocations, I no longer sleep.
Oh, of course not. Right? Why bother? Too much work to do.
I'm sorry. What? You don't have to sleep?
I don't have to
For the
sleep
people
either.
who don't understand warlocks like that, explain what the fuck.
I mean, Thrycreen don't need to sleep either, to be fair.
I remember that. Also, I remember Jam gets drunk off fruit. Now this, you don't have to sleep?
Eldritch Invocation, aspect of the moon, prerequisite is Pact of the Tome, which I have. You no longer need to sleep and can't be forced to sleep by any means. To gain the benefits of a long rest, you can spend all 8 hours doing light activities such as reading your Book of Shadows and keeping watch.
That's amazing.
Light activity it is for you.
That's amazing.
Which is generally Book of Shadows, which is just hacking away at his computer, which he does all the time anyway.
So we know Brew has the dream during this time as we kind of cross into the next day. So
my dream doesn't affect any sort of benefits that I receive and all that from the long rest, right?
No. However, you did, because you failed the intelligence save last night. You again were beckoned to go back to the ship to go find the jar and open it.
If Brew walks past me, passed out at the table.
No, actually, what I'm going to need to do before anything else happens, because now we're going to say it's a new day. Congratulations, you've all benefited from a long rest.
It's a brand new.
Everybody roll me a d20. No modifiers, no nothing. Just a flat,
flat
number.
This one rolled me
Flat
2
number.
nat ones last time. Coming out of jail. We're gonna see where it's at.
I don't think this is a dangerous roll, so I'm
That's
okay
an
with
8.
my number. I also
rolled-
got an 8.
Hey!
Hey!
8. We just fucking ate that. What?
We ate 8s.
Ooh.
8.
Nice. Fellow
Intelligence
8s.
saving?
Oh shit.
I got a 2 actually, but I'd like to be an 8. You know.
So hold on,
I got a 6.
Listen, you're
let me just
an
let me just
8 in
go
my
around.
book, Lou.
Let me just go around. Sorry, because I was looking at something else too. So, Dave, what was your number? What was your result?
14.
14.
And I feel like I can explain some of this by nothing can come to me in dreams if I don't sleep.
Oh, this has nothing to do with that. This is not a save. This is
Okay.
not a check.
Nice.
All right.
He's deciding something based on our rules.
Mhm.
Mike, what did you say you had for Brew?
An 8.
An 8, and then you said Lev also had an 8.
Snowman.
No,
Or
I
no,
said
sorry. Lev had a 2, and then
Yes.
who else had the other 8? That's
Me, baby.
Choom, and then Glorp had
19?
16.
16.
16. Okay. So, Lev, you are the first one awake, as you usually
Yes.
are.
I am not even sleeping, but yes.
Yes.
Voice and head.
Or I'm sorry, you're like the first one like to complete their rest essentially. Because you still had to essentially use that time somehow to, again, light activity, so to speak, right, to constitute resting. Doing your crosswords maybe, or even having a bit of a quote unquote doze by the fire, crossword book in hand. You are going to notice, and Choom will too, as he's maybe picking himself up from, even though he had a room, the table, pint still in hand.
Oh, shit. Breakfast.
Brew is up and walking towards the south side of the river, towards the the landing area and like landing facilities, essentially, right?
Mm.
Ooh, where are you going?
And what time would at an
It's gonna
abnormal
be-
time is what you're saying?
We're gonna say it's like
or-
first. I mean, it's like first thing in the morning. We're gonna say it's like 7 a.m., maybe even 6
That
a.m.
first light.
This might be
Yeah,
a
we'll say
silly
6 a.m.
question, but
First
does this planet also have the same like rotational speed or whatever?
No, I
so
did.
that we-
I did mention it was oddly sunny for most of the time, and even when the sun set, it never actually truly completely dipped below
Okay.
the horizon. So even last night by the fire, there was still almost an air of like twilight,
Gotcha.
where it wasn't completely dark. And so like when it's about 6 a.m., it's already pretty light out.
Yeah.
So you can see clear as day. Brew is kind of like,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
went
say
through a period
sleepwalking.
I went through a period of a typical like rest, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm ready to get up. I can only be laying in this lazy boy for so long.
Bro, you going back to the ship? Can I get a lift?
And I see him walking like in a very like uniform kind of way, or like a deliberate way, or is it kind of sauntering? Is he kind of just
in
like
a bit of we'll call it a haze. Maybe it's
He
just the
looks
haze of the
hazed.
morning. Maybe,
Do I? Sorry, go ahead.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna need insight checks
Okay.
from Lev and Choom.
Heard.
We're gonna.
Ooh, I
and
actually did
Brew,
really good on that.
We're gonna need a perception check from you.
I also can I make maybe I don't want to ask for this, but
Oh, I love
feel
this.
like
Now,
it would
please
make sense.
ask away.
can I make a computer's check maybe to take a video of it and send it to the group chat and be like,
Oh my
what is
God.
this? You know what I mean?
Yes, 100% yes, please.
Okay, well, I rolled my insight first, so I'll wait to resolve that. Well, actually, I have more than one d20. What am I at?
But no, okay, it's okay. Let's resolve the insight. What do we have for our insights then?
Dirty 17.
I also got a 17. Dirty.
Okay. Brew does appear to be acting a bit strangely. Brew, what was your perception check result?
It was a 3, but
Perfect.
that's no. But it was a nat 1 to start.
Oh, beautiful. Brew, as far as anyone else interacting with you, you don't hear them calling your name or anybody like, "Hey, buddy," like, "What's going on?" Because I know that she had made a brief comment. You
Puppies.
are on a singular focused goal of getting to the ship. Glorp and March, y'all got distracted by some, your own things this morning. However, I'm going to say that we'll activate you once the potential group chat video gets sent. So, Lev, what is the result of your computer's check?
I rolled a 14 raw.
You manage to successfully pull your phone out, open the camera app, and get, while it's not perfectly focused, a clear enough video of Brew walking almost trance-like in the direction of, where the ship is currently parked.
It's Choom in the back.
I really wanted you to nat one that, so it was literally a selfie of you, like you were taking the video of yourself.
Which group chat do you send this to? We established last time there are 2 group chats.
I guess it's kind of a 50-50 here. Hold on, I have something for that. I sent it to the entire group chat.
The group chat. Okay.
Yes. Not the one that excludes Percival.
Can you just type a little something? Like we'll just say, like in there for us, because I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this as the prop. While he sends this message real quick, I'm gonna resolve something else. Brew. On the inside, you feel that sort of metaphysical and like emotional tug from the symbiote. It feels fear again. And is sort of setting alarm bells off in your mind that like, hey, you're not in control right now, dude.
Do I have a spidey sense? That's exciting.
And you're kind of like almost realizing this as you're watching yourself walk towards the ship. But man, you get that feeling, but gosh, it's just if the jar is really returned. Oh God, it just doesn't sound so nice. Remember that vision you had frolicking in the field? Man, I bet you there's some great fields on this moon.
I'm gonna go frolic in a field now.
You want to go get the jar?
I am going to attempt to follow with my little legs.
So yeah, I'll get like a very strange text from Lev that it's up to you whether you can interpret the words he said, but it is a video of Brew sort of just walking in a bit of what looks to be like a slight trance towards the where the ship is parked.
So I'm I'm aware of the trance, but I'm not really aware of what's going on around me. Is that kind of?
That's pretty much it. You're having a hard time focusing on anything else besides jar. I'm just saying, giving you this quick little pang of something that you felt from the symbiote, but it cannot currently influence your actions.
Okay. I think
you almost feel like it's trying to wrestle control also.
Yeah,
from whatever is influencing you right now.
So inferencing and just kind of like talking out loud as the player, the symbiote isn't necessarily affected by what's happening, so it's trying to more or less warn me.
It's attempting to help you regain control of your own mental faculties, or I guess,
sure.
But when I say your own, I mean both of you.
Yeah.
Because
if I don't, then the symbiote doesn't survive as well. Got
but
it.
It's not able to get through to you right now. But like I'm just letting you know as just to give some more context to like what's happening internally with you. Like this motivation is sort of like just is overriding anything else that's happening internally with you right now. Any rational thought even. It's just must go to where I saw Jar and Dream. Must open jar.
So
what do the rest of y'all do?
I'm gonna fucking climb Brew if it's cool. If he
excuse you?
Yeah, dude. If you ignored Uppies, first of all, very rude. Then you ignored me talking to you, very rude.
Well, and I never ignore Uppies, so you know something's
exactly. So and then the video, so I'm just gonna attempt to scurry up your back to get close to your head. Be like, hey, you good? Feel like goring somebody? Like you promised you'd tell me if you were gonna do that again.
Shoom, you're like talking to a brick
anybody
wall.
Scurry up my back in a long time.
Shoom, you are talking to a brick wall.
Hey! just gonna start
He
little
just keeps
fist on his
walking.
head.
Yeah, he just keeps walking.
Lev, something's wrong with Brew. Oh, is anyone else downstairs?
Yeah, March. First thing he does is take the video, move it onto a different computer, do just a little bit of editing, make it a little bit blurrier, take all of the metadata information and replace it with metadata for the SOTOX system, and then uploads it to alt.bin.cryptids. And then he packs his stuff into a bag and heads out.
Alt.bin.cryptids. Get out of here.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta have him chasing little foot all the way up the other end of the system. This is gonna be great.
This is such a cool warlock class because, like, as an artificer, I didn't understand anything you just said. Like a human, or peak, but like Choom considers himself a pretty smart guy. I'm sure Percy probably considers himself a smart guy. Meanwhile, the warlock over here just like fucking. Damn.
There are a lot of insane loonies out there who need entertainment, and in the absence of legitimate entertainment like me, they go ganging up on people who don't deserve it. So I just keep them chasing after weird shit.
So I would scream back to Lev as I've now realized Brew is definitely in a trance. Which trance? Don't know. He's had multiple at this point. And I'm gonna scream back to Lev. Lev, something's wrong with Brew. I can't get him to come stop him.
Yes, I just messaged. I sent you a message about it. Did you see video?
No, hold on one sec. Oh, yeah, that's actually kind of a good video. Good angle.
I mean,
for
like,
that.
here's the thing, Lev, unless you're following him, like, his voice is getting quieter
Getting
as
less
Brew
and
is
less.
walking away from you, and he's, like, on Brew. So you guys are having this conversation. He's just
Gotta
moving
work like
further and
that.
Oh, he's
further
on
away.
him. Okay.
Yeah.
With more effort, get up and start moving towards it.
Okay.
You said it's a haze right now, so it's because you said that it was hazy out and that it was full sun out as well.
No. I did not say it was hazy. I said that Brew looked like he was in a haze.
And then you said something about the morning haze, so I just wanted to be okay. All right, I got you.
You don't know if it's like I meant like his like the morning haze of like I just got up and like I
Gotcha.
can barely
Groggy.
keep my
Okay.
eyes open. Yeah,
Gotcha.
grogginess.
I took that to a weather event. That was my bad.
No. Sorry, my apologies. I meant more like physically.
Right. Okay. Whenever I can catch up to him, I just kind of put my hand on his shoulder. Brew, we've got your drink at home. No way milkshakes or whatever. It is like a milkshake or some kind
Yeah,
of shake,
breakfast.
you know? Breakfast. Yes, you love breakfast. It is time for that. Back this way, though.
You guys are trying to you're talking to Brew now as well.
Oh yeah, we're fucking yeah. We're in a nice place with nice people. I don't want to accidentally guard people.
Right.
Sure. Yep. No, I totally get it.
They are the China shop right now.
He's unresponsive though. He's like Brew. You don't even hear like you as like on the inside don't even hear any of your companions talking to you, touching you, nothing. You just see the path you're walking down, and you are heading right back towards the ship.
And I'll tell you what, it is a dangerous path to be walking down right now, my brother. It is. What would your church or whatever think of this kind of behavior? You are obsessing over things that I don't think are in your little rule books about the way of life. Please, Choom, I'm drowning over here. Talk to him.
Yeah, I can see
Wake
that.
him up.
I don't think he can hear us. I think that, like, I'm waving my hand in front of his eyes, and I think he's checked out, bro. You might have to, like, hit him or something.
Why would we have to resort to violence right away? Goodness.
What else? I mean, okay, what do you want to try? We're still walking.
Real quick, as y'all are having this argument as Brew continues to walk towards the ship. March, you had mentioned you had stored the footage away. I'm not sure if you're making your way that way as well.
Yeah.
What
yes,
about?
I
Okay. And what about Glorp?
I mean, Glorp has not left the room yet. Glorp got their phone stuck in their butt because they fell asleep playing with their phone, and it just kind of sunk into them.
I'm sorry. When you say their butt.
Well, okay, so you know how plasmoids sleep, right? They just kind of like seep out into like a puddle, basically, or like a goopy puddle.
I know, I understand. Yes, I understand that.
Glorp was playing with their phone and fell asleep playing with their phone, and then turned into the goo pile on their bed. And then when they reformed this morning, their phone ended up in their butt. So they're just, working on getting their phone out of their butt.
My question more about is more the butt thing when we, as far as I understand about the physiology of ooze, there is, you can move where that is, your quote unquote, and I hate to use this term again, but your waste pores. Mm-hmm. There's no like butt, like where a butt would be, unless
they're just trying to be like everyone else.
Glorp have like formed. Oh no. I don't know if I want to picture this now.
Picture it less like a detailed human buttocks and more as the general bottom of the kidney shape that makes up the main part of Glorp.
Okay.
The part where Mr. Potato Head has his little drawer that you put all of the eyes and like that part of the butt region.
I'm going to make this so much worse that I'm going to call Glorp and hope that it's on vibrate.
The lower torso region.
Yes, the lower rear torso.
I will actually call Glorp.
My phone is not stuck up my butt, it's stuck in my butt. There's a big difference.
Nothing
weird was happening.
Don't like that. But
Come on, Glorp, pick up.
Glorp, I mean, your phone is buzzing.
Know what's happening to me.
Well, here's the thing, because it's like because all of your goo is electrically charged in some way to be able to use a touchscreen, it probably answers the phone call immediately.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, that's how I took a video of the inside of my own butt.
And what I will say, is that the phone, like when you call Glorp, Chew, the phone picks up immediately, but everything that Glorp is saying sounds like it's incredibly muffled.
Are you in your toilet, Glorp?
No, I'm not in my toilet. My phone is inside of me.
Okay, I don't want to unpack that right now. We need your help. We gotta put Brew to sleep. He's been acting weird.
I had to put Brew to sleep.
Yeah, he's like doing the thing again. Remember when he like murdered someone? I mean, hi, how's it going?
Yeah, I was gonna say like someone like a glance gets shot to you from like a random passerby.
Hey, it's just a prank.
Okay, this is better. Who's he murdering?
Oh, so much better. No one yet, but he's doing that thing where he's not himself, and we need you to come out here and use your magic or something, or get Mach to come out here and use magic or something.
Oh, I'll bring my wizard hat. I'm on my way.
Perfect.
Oh, or my cowboy hat. Oh, which one? This calls for a cowboy hat.
Right.
So,
I've been wrangling a minotaur, right?
If I recall correctly, all of you have hats.
Yes.
Cowboy hats, yeah.
Yes, and I am very much wearing my red one.
I'm trying to think.
Actually, March has his ears tied up.
Okay, I'm trying to think, because like one was given for Brew as well.
Mm-hmm.
But would he be wearing it? No, I don't think he would have had it on when he left this morning because he was not in his right mind. This is the other irregularity that would definitely help point to the fact that something is wrong, because I think Brew was very excited about the cowboy hat, if I remember. Or at least like not appalled by the idea. But yeah, so Glorp, do you then rally to action as well? Kind of almost follow behind March as he's kind of making his way out there?
Yes.
Yeah, Percy texted all of you, said he's already at the ship trying to fix the fabricator. It looks like March let him know that y'all were on the way as well, or heading in that direction.
Was it Glorp that put people to sleep? I think I've seen Glorp.
Glorp put Lev to sleep.
Yeah, so that's why I called Glorp. I would be asking.
But again, I think what we learned about
what
we learned about sleep is that you You got to roll high on the amount of hit points to affect, especially when all of you now are full hit points.
Yeah. Well, I did tell Lev to hit him.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, Mike. It's not you. It's the thing possessing you.
But it's not the thing. Well, I mean, yes, it is the thing possessing me, but it's not the thing you think that's possessing me.
Exactly. That's why we have to go through this. We have to learn. We have to learn because we can't. How the fuck are we supposed to know that you're possessed by two separate things? Like, I genuinely feel like Choom's just like, bro, we need to get you in touch with like a god so we can stop this fucking shit, bro. You get possessed more than anybody.
Literally. Like, I think every time that there's a possession roll, I roll a nat one.
I didn't even really believe in possession until I met you. You turned me into a believer. I am
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, fucking with you, it's 10/10, bud. Sorry to tell you. The fourth wall conversation that Choom and Brew just had.
What is Brew's maximum hit points?
For non-meta reasons.
Well, I mean, would my character not actually know in theory what, like, I mean, if hit points were something, we wouldn't know what each other's hit points were in a party together?
I mean,
I've watched you die, so I might know what yours are.
If anything, it would be more like, y'all have a general sense of each other's physical capacities to a certain degree, as the resiliency, as you've seen combat together on more than one occasion. So you would know who the tougher ones are among you, I would say, just by like observing. It's just, we're not putting exact numbers to things. It's just that's how games are played.
I don't think it can be more than 20.
I mean, I feel like it could be because my max is 19 and I'm relatively squishy.
Oh yeah, we are level 3.
But I don't think it would be more than 40, but I'm also not going to roll 5d8 perfectly.
Definitely less than 40. Definitely more than 20. So we're looking probably like 30, 31.
I'm just trying to debate
and because we're speculating, it's not meta.
The feasibility of casting sleep, if I would even try it as Glorp, or if I'd be like, there's no way I can't put Brew to sleep. It's not, like, I know this already. He's way too strong, or way too tough.
I think there's a chance. It's just going to be a slim chance.
Yeah.
So, okay, as the others are catching up, are there any other efforts being made to potentially impede Brew here? Or are we going to kind of just follow him and see where he ends up?
Hell no! Put his ass to sleep right now, right here.
March is just catching up to the group, probably.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you make a good clip, you'll be able to catch up to them. You kind of saw where the video was pointed at.
I hopped to it.
Sprang into action even.
And
that had so many triple meanings. It was so good.
I know.
Arch, he's doing that weird thing again. Remember on the ship when they were all like opening jaws and shit? It's kind of like that.
Oh, the jaws weird thing. Okay, like I was a little confused at the first part of that sentence. I'm glad you were clarifying.
Oh, so, sorry. I forgot about your activities.
Brew, do you remember the words of the chant by any chance? They are in a notes channel if you don't remember them.
No.
I love that he doesn't actually remember it though, so when he reads it, it's going to be like all brand new all over again.
Tishala Devrash Sign Ixator.
Shala Devrash Sign Ixator. Yeah, pretty good. All right,
Shala
not too bad
Devrash Sign Ixator.
He begins muttering this to himself again.
Ah, fuck.
In that wonderful drawl that he's got. Tishala Devrash Sign Ixator.
I mean, it sounds way better when you say it than Percy says it, but still, I don't, that's not a good thing.
Someone from the crowd last night that was listening to your stories recognizes you as you guys are walking along now all together, getting all caught back up. Oh, hey, I remember, great stories.
Hey, how you doing?
The folks from Concordia, right? Yeah. Yeah, how's it going today? He looks like he's like walking in your direction now to kind of catch up with you to like talk as y'all are walking.
We're doing good. We have a kind of an emergency on our ship. We gotta go handle real quick.
Oh, you need some help? Well, I can get a couple hands down. We can bring some folks over to give you a hand.
Well, do you have any like clerics or religious people who live here who have divine magic of some sort?
Well, that's a good question. Maybe we got something. We got at least a local pastor of the church. Lower Rail.
Perfect. Send him by. We could use him.
Is there something wrong?
We're like getting farther.
He's walking faster, but you guys suddenly have also picked up the pace, so that there's no real distance being changed here.
If he has an exorcism kit, it might be helpful to bring it.
I'm sorry, did you say exorcism?
We have to
see you later,
A
bud.
few other folks turn their heads now.
Hey, how you doing? He's not stopping. We're
send him to, okay. And you see him now start turning the other direction and start, moving quickly.
Guys, I think we're gonna get kicked off this planet.
You guys end up back at the area where the landing pads are, and where some of the not warehouses, but hangars are, where they have some different equipment to repair ships and whatnot. You can see that there are some other ships that are being worked on inside of some of these hangars, and you can see Percival actually outside of your ship on that one landing pad that you had parked at. It was 3A, I believe it was. Out in the distance, right? It's kind of all flat, with different, just little, gangways that kind of go between all the different landing pads, right? So you guys are kind of walking down one of those now, and Brew is just not stopping, heading straight for the ship. And you see Percival waving as he sees you guys, and he's got this very strangely shaped welding mask on, because again he's got a very long face, right? A typical welding mask is not going to be able to shield his eyes, so you kind of almost see he's got these big goggles on, but he also then has like a metal shield on his snout to protect him from any flying sparks, that would be singeing his whiskers, for example.
He probably used it to terrify June when they worked on the ship.
And you can see him. He's doing some minor repairs to the exterior also of the ship right now.
Nice.
You guys get close. Is there anything else anyone's doing before we get to the ship?
Are we gonna try and put him to sleep, or are we just gonna let him jar the fuck out?
Before we get to the ship, I think Lev, having learned from past experiences, decides to try to be all right, this is clearly not normal. I don't need the
macho man.
Mm-hmm. So this is not normal. So what's the follow-up?
Trying to think of what the follow-up would be. I mean, physically, it would be him getting in the way of that intended path, I suppose.
Right. I mean, you know what happened last time.
Grapple?
We choked him out?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you did, because he didn't stop willingly.
Oh, fuck.
Are you going to attempt to grapple Brew and stop him from moving further? Or
does he resist if I do that?
Yes, he would resist.
Arm out?
He would resist.
Okay.
This would be competing strength checks.
Then yeah, it devolves into that. Then I put the arm out, and I'm like,
okay, it's far enough.
I'm gonna hop on the Lev's shoulder. The second I see him trying to engage, I'm gonna hop on Lev's shoulder.
Are Brew and Lev about to wrestle? I'm so excited.
Choom is so ready for this.
Go ahead, Brew, give me a strength check, please.
Yes, sir.
Those muscles, baby. Yeah. I mean, it's a very serious situation.
I think Lev is slightly stronger than me, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, okay. It's just a straight strength, right?
Yep, just strength. Strength v strength.
It's a 13.
Lev?
21.
Okay, so you are the victor of this grapple check. What type of grapple?
It's a gentle Nelson.
Wait, I can use dexterity
Nelson
instead of my strength, can't I? As a monk?
Oh,
technically, yeah.
I forget what I always forget the specifics of the grapple rules, and
it's actually an 11, so it doesn't help. It doesn't.
Oh,
help.
Okay.
Oh, it goes down.
I got the wrist control. Lev gets the wrist control and puts him in a gentle Nelson because he doesn't want to hurt him. It's a restraining hold.
Come on,
And
bro.
now
You gotta
I-
wake up, buddy. You gotta wake up. Give him a little slap on the cheek. Bro.
Oh, now I'm getting slapped? What the hell?
Hey, it's
You
a
don't,
tube
you don't
slap,
feel
so
any
it's
of this,
like,
but you,
yeah.
Brew, you do feel like frustrated that you can't move.
Well, so I'm also wondering, like, when does the symbiote say that's enough?
Well, the symbiote, from what I was trying to say before, already has had enough and is attempting to wrestle control away.
Mentally. Yeah.
We're not there yet.
Okay.
It has. I am rolling separately right now, currently,
Sure.
to affect
Wonderful.
something with the symbiote, and if it does, then I will allow you to.
We should, like, just side note, we should come up with some sort of, like, if you've got a system for it, like, I'd like to know.
I don't
what that
really
is
have a
at some
system
point.
for it. This is more of
We should come up with one at some point.
allowing it to affect. Well, because it's a part of you. It's a part of your class. So I'm not going to really necessarily create any additional systems for this that
Sure.
don't necessarily need to be there. This is more of it trying to, I don't know, just help shield you mentally a little bit. But it's
Sure.
having it's just, I'm just trying to give an extra out to this situation
Yeah.
instead of repeating saves.
Awesome.
March is taking video of this whole wrestling grappling match, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Nice.
able
Send
to
that to me
impede his
later.
movement, Lev, but he is continuing to fight out. They're trying to fight out of it. And it's like you're thinking to yourself, like, if this continues and if he does not just like submit, so to speak, like you're gonna probably end up causing a scene out here.
Should probably try to put him to sleep.
You can already see that there may be, like some onlookers kind of like questioningly, like
Hey, how you
looking
doing?
out. Yeah, right. Like looking over and seeing what's happening as like you are like, essentially full Nelsoning Brew. And he's like trying to
Well,
fight
they
out of it,
probably
like
know
keep
you
walking.
came with. Yeah.
I'm like in his
March
ear, like,
looks over behind him while he has his phone up. It's okay. We're content creators.
Oh God! I don't know if that
no.
just helped us or hurt us, bro.
Do other people start, like, whipping out recording devices as well?
No. Not at this time.
So nobody's jumping on the influencer bandwagon yet. Got it.
No.
We're there in that mentality. We're either beyond it because it's the future, or
Is our fucking ship just our content house? Is that what we've devolved into now?
Speaking in a way that only the group can hear. Look, I couldn't think of anything else to say that explains what the hell we're doing. That sounds even like kind of semi-unreasonable.
Hey, all right. Makes sense.
I mean, you see some people go like, "Oh, okay." It's still kind of. I mean, they're still kind of looking on. If anything else, than just to kind of like what? Oh, okay, well, let's see how this plays out then.
Yeah. Beautiful day. Well, if you're gonna put him to sleep, you got to do it now.
All right.
Hey. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, if you would like to attempt that, don't forget it will affect everybody in the radius, and it's going to start with the person with lowest current hit points.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so I can make it's within 20 feet. So how close is Brew to everyone else? Like,
Well,
Well,
currently
two of
he
us
is
are
in
about
a
common.
hold
oh yeah,
With-
right.
Lev.
Who do I think has more hit points? Brew or Lev?
wait,
Well,
what?
beefy
I
in
think
different
neither
ways.
You
of
know
it
what? No,
matters.
Glorp would not think
Well-
this hard before making the choice. Glorp
That's
rolls
true.
up their arms, right? Because I'm not wearing a shirt, so I just push my
This
arms
is all
up
my
a little
fault.
bit, and makes a lassoing motion because I've got my cowboy hat on, and flails my arm in the direction of Brew, casting sleep.
Okay.
All
Let's
right,
make
bro,
this
it's
a
time to
little
go
roll,
nighty-night.
roll all the hit points, and let's see how many you affect. And we will start with the people with the
Please.
lowest hit points. So,
We rolled
Oh.
so many.
Lev, Chew, and Brew, what are your hit points
I
currently?
think we all know the answer to this question.
No, come
I think
on.
this
just
is a
wanna know. I
hypothetical.
just want to know. I just want to know.
A rhetorical
Out loud.
question.
Out
Okay,
loud. I
out
would like to hear the
loud,
number.
out loud. Really? You want me to measure
Yes,
it right
out
now
loud.
for you?
I want,
All
I
right,
would
18.
like you to.
18.
18.
Are you
Great.
happy?
Great. Lev, how many current hit points do you have?
how much do you regain from a long rest?
All of
All
them.
of them?
Oh, I'm at 32 then.
Okay. And Brew, how many current hit points do you have?
7,000.
No, that's not true.
I have 29.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. Glorp, what did you roll for maximum HP?
I rolled a
effect.
22.
Well, the lowest hit points will be affected first. Choom falls asleep.
You drew first. Just on left shoulder, just fucking out.
Right, I should have considered Choom.
Yeah, I also should have considered myself. Yeah, I asked for this.
Choom is sleeping until someone rouses him awake.
Okay. Was he on my shoulder or whatever? Where were you?
Yeah.
Percy
On his
notices
shoulder.
something strange is happening and walks over. He's like, "Hey, everybody okay over here? What's going on?"
Oh my god, have some situational awareness right now, please.
I've tried to. You see, he takes his like welding gun. It was just hard to see in these. Why are you trying to wrestle Brew right now in the middle of this landing pad?
I widen my eyes as wide as possible at him and look at him and then look at Brew and then look at him and then look at Choom and then look at him.
Of all the options it could be for why Brew's acting weird, I think it's like option C. I can't remember how we classify them.
We need to get the Rolodex out of what's making Brew go nuts right now.
Can I get 2 more competing strength checks from Lev and Brew, please?
Fuck me.
Go. Let's go.
It was a waste. It was a waste of a roll. I promise you.
Do you know?
18.
18. Okay. Brew.
I think this is my third one in 2 sessions.
Literally.
I have nat 1'd again, and we're literally taking this die, and we are throwing it out. Like we are never using it again.
Burn it.
Okay. I'm not going to make anything worse happen to you. You're already dealing with enough.
Thank you.
In fact, like I said, I believe in failing forward. Lev, you intensify the hold as Brew continues to squirm. And so you try to like get him so that he can at least like, you know, it's where you've like restricted it so that he can't squirm as much so that you can kind of keep him a little bit more still so that it's less of a struggle. But you notice that kind of as you're doing that, right? You guys are jostling with each other, right? You're scrambling to kind of keep, you know, he's not sitting still. And you kind of give him like an elbow to the side of the head as you're trying to adjust this hold. And Brew, you kind of are able to come back to for a moment as yourself, if you want to say something.
Why do I feel like I just got thrown against the ropes?
Yeah, can someone explain what's happening here? Percival repeats.
Choom.
I attack Choom with the gentlest of hits.
You just give him a quick smack. It does no damage. You don't have to do any damage. Yeah. You wake him up. You slap him awake.
Oh shit! Holy shit! What the fuck? Oh. Okay. Oh, we're still doing this, bro. Come back to us, Brew. When did Percy get here?
You heard that one. Yeah, Brew, are you all right, buddy?
How did I get here? What is happening? He sees just everybody staring at him.
Brew, you remember a dream.
I do.
You also are able to now process the symbiote's sort of like fear and like that pulse
Protection.
it gave you before. Yes, something happened to you.
All I remember, something about a jar. I don't know. These jars just keep coming up.
Oh fuck! Thought we got rid of that thing.
Yeah, I thought that you guys you threw that away to the pirates.
I'm just telling you, I was trying to open a jar.
Are you back? Are you still trying to open jaws?
I mean,
I
there is
don't
this
think so,
lingering,
but I
there's this
am
lingering
hungry.
feeling. I was gonna say there is this lingering feeling, Brew, again of like that desire, like you haven't quite, like the taste of that hasn't quite washed out of your mouth, so to speak, right? Of like that, you know what I mean? It's almost this like, it is kind of involuntary. It's almost addictive, like this feeling. It's the best way I could describe it, of like this, like where it's, so even as the haze clears in your mind, you can't shake that sort of latent feeling of just like of longing for this jar, like that dream. I feel like really,
it's like the sound of the seal being broken, right? That like that.
Exactly.
I can't make it with my mouth, but
exactly.
Sound, like I'm craving that sound.
It's like it is intense, but you have agency and are able to make your decisions for yourself. I mean, except for the fact of you can't really move right now. You still are in quite a bit of a tight Nelson hold right now.
You back, bud?
You can let me go if I mean, you know, I'm comfortable, but you know, if you want to get up, I'm fine now. I think.
I release him.
Will someone please explain to me what's happening?
Yeah, Rue was doing a thing. You know how sometimes he like does the symbol for like around his ear, like loses it. In a good way, in a like a friendly, very friendly way. Well, he was doing that, and Glorb tried to put him to sleep, but put me to the best sleep I've ever had in my life, by the way. You should charge for that. And then also, now it seems like we've stopped him from doing that thanks to Lev. But he's still dreaming about a jar. That means we still have the same problem. Is anyone else thinking about a fucking jar right now?
No one else had any strange dreams about jars.
I like my stash job, but I don't think that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Haven't seen any jar, but I haven't I just kind of got here a little while ago. I just started working on some of the stuff on the outside of the ship, you know. Things seem strange.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Should we go and look inside the ship and just what do we need to do? Like, Bert, do you need to I don't think there's any jars left for you to open, buddy. Unless you guys bought more jarred goods earlier.
No, we didn't. Why would you say that out loud?
I think I can stave off the feeling of wanting to open in a jar, but it's I don't know. I'm almost peckish. Like I want to eat something from a jar.
All right, how about me and you go get a ham and cheese, and we'll let them search the ship.
Pickles. I want pickles.
Pickles on me, buddy. I got you. Let's go. I hop on his shoulder.
That's literally what he's spiraled into. Is now he just wants pickles. It's nothing about the jar anymore. It's all about the pickles.
No, a fine distraction. Choom, you essentially persuade Brew to maybe turn away from the ship and go find some pickles. The rest of you, would you like to investigate the ship or see what's going on here? Like Percy's just kind of like, I mean, we could go inside if it would make us all feel better. I need to get inside anyways to, you know, take a look and see if any of these parts I managed to get from the salvage guy yesterday are going to work to fix the fabrication bench.
It's all Percy cares about.
Cool. No objections. Perfect. Well, let's open the door. And Percival walks in to the ship, and you kind of hear him as soon as he goes in. You hear him go, "Oh, hey, friends, y'all wanna come in here for a sec? I just want to make sure I'm not crazy or something."
No.
Anyone want to get it? Someone else, please.
Okay,
did you guys all leave or something?
Why the hell not? And March goes up there, very reluctant, stomping. What the hell is going on up?
You see Percival.
Oh, that crafty son of a bitch!
You see Percival like pointing and like he's like shaking, like his arm is shaking at the top of the bench not bench, but the table that once had the cryo container, atop of it, right? That's just an empty table. And on top of it is the jar.
The hell did
you could see that, right?
That's
Jar!
Glorp goes, skipping towards it.
No.
Lev?
I have no idea.
No.
Do you not enter the ship? Are you essentially be like, nope, fuck this, I'm out of here? You heard Glorp excitedly exclaim jar as they entered the ship.
That's not. So far, that doesn't really ring any alarm bells, though.
Oh no.
Jar bells.
Would you go in to the ship?
Sure.
Yeah. You see what everyone else is staring at right now. Right there in the cargo bay. Out in the open. Sitting atop the table.
Get a text from Choom. Jar? Question mark. No jar? Question mark.
Wait, who's that to?
Group chat.
Oh.
We're currently ordering ham and cheese and a jar of pickles at a nearby vendor.
Percival pulls his phone out and just like snaps a photo of it and sends it to the group chat.
Does it show up in the photo?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. No, extra cheese. No, extra cheese. Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Brew, make a perception check, please.
And it caught me off guard. I used the one I was going to throw out. God damn it. Perception, wisdom is a 10.
I'll tell you what, you wanted to not do well on this. You don't really catch out of the corner of your eye I was just trying to see maybe if in your periphery you would have noticed what was scrolling by on the group chat that Choom is looking at as he's ordering your food. But you're focused more on the pickles now.
Yeah, no, they come in a jar. We do like a jar of pickles. Just a whole jar. Yeah. How much?
For the whole jar? I mean, I guess we'll just charge. He starts he goes to open the jar.
No, don't open the jar. Don't open it. I want it unopened. It's a collector's item.
So Brew, when he sees the guy go to open the jar, he just lets out
he does that. That's normal. It's actually kind of racist of you to assume that's not normal. How much for the jar?
He turns it upside down to look, and he just starts counting the individual slices.
What? Here's 20 gold for the jar, the ham and cheese. That
20 GP.
Yeah, 20 GP. How's that? Keep
that's
keep
way
the change.
too. No, that's
keep
way
the
too
change.
much.
Hey, I insist.
We're
walking away.
Okay.
We're walking. I'm giving him the jar. Here you go, bro. Have fun. Go to town, bro. And guess what, bro? If you open it and then close it again, you can open it again.
But it won't have the same sound. I want the.
It will if you squeeze it hard enough, big boy.
The glass jar?
The lid. Oh, God.
Cut the camera back to the ship. Everyone is still staring at Jar. What's our reaction here, folks? Percival is still, again, just pointing at it kind of and looking in disbelief. And he's still, again, looking for confirmation, so we all do see it, right? Yep, the picture, yep, it's real.
Morch, how do we atomize this thing?
I'm still pissed that they got this thing back onto the ship. Fuck.
Wait,
I really thought my plan was foolproof.
You think that they got that back on? How did?
As opposed to what?
I mean, no, you're right. I'm really struggling to think about how this could have showed up here again and how it could have been taken out of its confinement when you locked that safe with a password. I mean, Glorp must have tried dozens of passwords. And I mean, I've seen apparently that they are a really great hacker, according to the crew here. So
Like, look, nobody here is suggesting that this jar is sentient, moving itself around, right?
Well, no, that would be
Right.
crazy, right? Because why wouldn't it have just teleported itself onto our ship like at the beginning?
Okay, you sounded really specific, and it's kind of concerning me a little bit, but
Glorp picks
Wait, what do you mean?
up the jar.
Glorp picks up the jar. It feels like a very nice, smooth, like ceramic. Even like where like the artwork is and the carvings, like you run your ooze over it. It doesn't feel like a lot of it was like carved in very deep. Like it just feels very, very smooth all across. The only places it feels a little bit bumpy are on like the head depiction that's on top of the jar. Just ever so slightly.
Is the head hard?
Like, yes.
It's not fluffy. Okay.
It's not fluffy.
Oh God. Okay, so Glorp picks up the jar and just like kind of lifts it up to their face slowly until the little like the eyes that are sticking up out of the jar are basically like almost in Glorp's eye hole indents.
Yeah, you would have to move your indents over to
I
make
do.
sure, 'cause, like,
I
you
move
know,
my indents
yeah,
closer
okay.
together so that they kind of match the shape of the jar. And then once it's right
Yep.
up like an inch away from my face, I go,
Hello, jar. Can you hear me? Are you alive? Do you have feelings?
There's no response. You passed your intelligence check last night. So.
wait, why are people talking to the jar?
Well, you asked if it was sentient. I figured the best way was to just ask the jar.
You know,
Oh my God, I thought-
Glorp, you're not too far. I mean, you still aren't incredibly far removed from, the desire to want to open the jar as well. But, the desire is not lost on you, but it is not pulling at you necessarily. But there is a small part of you.
that's enough of a part. If nobody stops me and the jar is in my hands right now, I just pop the top. Like if the head just comes off, I just try to like lift it up from the jar to see if it's just like a cork type top.
There is a bit of resistance. It's not like so. Like, even if you would put if you would try to give it just the slightest bit of like movement, it doesn't like budge from that.
It's not a
You
screw
see
top.
Glorp attempting to manipulate. No.
Do I
You
hear
see-
like the squeak of a rubber
Yes,
as
yes.
they try? I'm like, whoa. First of all, are you? I hope you're not teaching children to speak to jar. And second of all, why are you trying to open jar now? What jar that we have? No. Put jar down, please, Glorp. This is. This cannot be good.
I don't want to put the jar down.
But look what it does to Brew.
Yeah, I'm
He's
pretty sure it
obsessed
also
over
messed with
this.
my head too. But I
And
also
him,
got hit on
too.
the head a couple times.
I mean, what if we just open it?
Oh, yes. Let's just open the jar. It was floating in space.
See, March thinks we should open the jar.
Slavic sigh.
Fuck. You hear approaching the ship. Yeah, no. I mean, like, I know. I usually it's a bagel. Sometimes even like a brioche, but an English muffin, that's fucking crazy. And as I'm coming, me and Brew be coming back to the scene.
Yeah, I mean, there you can see that the ramp isn't down, but the door is open, right, with the little steps to get up into the ship.
It's not the
You can hear
pickles. It's not
you can
the
hear a
pickles he's messing
conversation
with.
happening in there.
What did you say,
Brew is just
Mike?
Brew is just opening and closing the jar. He's not even eating the pickles.
It's barely satisfying, Brew.
Hey, but if it's getting you there a little bit, then it goes a long way, right?
If I eat a pickle and then close the jar again, will that be more satisfying or less
I
satisfying?
don't know.
Try. Just wait here while you try. I'm gonna go check on and make sure the ship's in tip-top shape. Boring
All
stuff.
right.
You won't care about it. You just wait here.
Sounds good. I'm
Bless
just gonna
your
sit
heart.
here and maybe I'll eat a pickle.
I'm gonna open the door and see them fucking opening the fucking.
No, you see Glorp holding the jar. You walk in as Glorp is saying, but I don't want to put down the jar.
And I'm still standing with like I
Hands are
have
out.
one hand on the head as if I could at any second pop it up, right? I haven't moved my hands from being in the like ready to open the jar position.
Glorp!
My hands are out. I was gonna say, yeah, my hands are out in front of me, like desperately in a way, like with my palms in the air, like
I have
please.
something that I
Please.
want to do, but we could end on this suspenseful moment.
I see
We're at.
I see the door open when Choom comes in, and I go to run out the door with the jar
No!
in the direction of Brew.
And that is a great place to call this episode of the Hapless Heroes Podcast.
That's so.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
This damn jar. This damn jar.
I'm like barely even slightly compelled, and I'm still just like, but the jar.
But the jar. Fucking jar.
I have the
I mean,
curiosity.
I was giving you the choice, not even
damned
like saying like you were
jar.
being compelled. I'm just saying that, the memory of this compulsion still remains. But we'll see what happens next time.
Glorp would have academic curiosity about that, I think.
That's fair. I mean, I think all of us are curious in some way of what's inside the jar.
Nope.
Just think, audience, every time the party here refuses to open the jar, they're denying you, the listener, the experience of understanding and knowing all that the jar has to tell you.
Pulp Fiction.
And
I rest my case.
Isn't that just a terrible shame? Anyway. If you like us, you can find us on the internet. We're on such places as, well, actually, we're on a lot of places, but really the only one place that you have to go to find all of the other places is our link tree. It's linktr.ee/hapless heroes. Again, it has links to all of our social media and other places that we have internet presence, including what we consider to be the crown jewel of our internet presence. Like I said before, I'm using the same words a lot over and over again, but I don't really care. It's our Discord server. Where we have a wonderful and growing community of like-minded nerds who are all, gathering to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, talk about the show. Like we were to have different episode discussions. I'm posting like supplementary materials and little pictures of some of the things that we've been able to sketch up or have sketched up for the show as things go on, and all the extra notes and contents of the actual in-game group chat that the characters have with each other. As we're gonna forward a few snippets from that over tastefully. So please, join the Discord server, come become part of our community. It's really a great place to be. Now listen, if you really, really, really like us, we would appreciate it deeply if you left us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. I don't have no idea where or how reviews exist anymore. I know that they have taken many shapes in the history of podcasts, but hey, if you can leave us a rating, if you can say some nice words about us, it's going to help bring more people to the show, and we just personally love seeing that from you. So we would encourage you to do that, and then if you, for some reason, if your podcast service doesn't allow you to leave a review like that, well, you could go over back to that aforementioned Discord server, to the 5-star channel, and say some nice things there, and we will acknowledge you here on the air as the 5-star human being that you are. Now, say your love runs deeper than that. Say you really, 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 really like us. Well, you could donate to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/haplessheroes. We have a number of rewards, a lot of behind-the-scenes audio and extra bonus content that we've recorded and collected over the last 8 years, and constantly compiling more things to add to that. We have a lot of other out-of-character content and interviews and types of things that we've been trying to post up on there, including some that are free to everybody, regardless of whether you are a subscriber or not. So we would encourage you to go check it out. See if it's worth the price of a cup of coffee every month for you, and know that money goes right back into making this show the ad-free and entertainment experience that you so deserve. That's all I have to say, though. So until next week, I'm going to go ahead and outro this cast of characters for you, starting on the opposite order of which they were introduced, with Lewis as Lev Zangief.
They wanted a quiet worm. They got a squirmy one.
Oh my god.
It was pretty good.
Sebastian is Choom Daloom.
Crushed by Glorp. I guess there's worse ways to go.
Nicole is Glorp Glub Glub.
My jar, my jar, my jar, my jar.
Mike is Brenner Brew Blitzboar.
Aw, these are bread and butter pickles. I wanted dill pickles.
Oh, don't hate. And Dave is March.
Once they've popped, they can't stop.
I'm Francesco. I've been your host and DM. Tune in next week where maybe we open the jar or maybe they cast it into the sun. We shall see. Bye now.
Ah!
He is
Man,
right, though. Dill pickles are the best.
Right.